Okay, so let's go ahead and look really quick at what those answers should have looked like. So if you did the homework, 1 through 15 odd one, you should have gotten 12 over 20 because you were multiplying the 3 and the 5 times 4. It gives you the equivalent fraction. So then we have number 3. And you should have had 5 over 8 because you were dividing both 25 and 40 by 5. For number 5, you were writing whether they were equivalent or not equivalent, so equals or not equals. So number 5 was 10 over 14 and 15 over 21, which was equivalent. And then you had, let's see, number 7, and it was comparing 9 over 30. Are you figuring out what you did there?
No, I did. This pencil doesn't work.
Oh, gotcha. So 9 over 30 and 24 over 80, those are also equivalent. Right. Let's see.
I totally got that wrong.
Wait,
That's good.
they're not students, go to art.
All right, number 9, from the same section, I believe. 12 over 14 and 18 over 22. That is not equivalent, right? Very, very different. All right, and then for number 11, we had 12 over 44 compared to 14 over 55. These were also not equivalent, not the same. Okay, so last 2, I wanted you to find the missing number. So number 13, we had 7 over 9 equals 63 over n, and n equals 81. And because 7 times 9 is 63 and 9 times 9 is 81. So that's the number we were missing. And
I
then,
got it.
oh, you're almost there. But 9 times nothing equals 80. So there's no way that could be the denominator there. And then wait. Did I just do the wrong one? That was 13. No, I did the right one. Okay. That lost myself there. 16 over 32 equals 1 over what? 2. Yep. So n equals 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and spend today to work through the rest of these. Hopefully you've been writing these down as I've gone through them so that you have them as an example, or if those of you that did them are checking your answers. So, did you figure it out? You did it while I was doing the other ones? You've got, I gave you credit. One is no big deal. Right, okay, then you would have gotten that correct. Yes. Okay, so actually, before we do that, I want you guys to go back to page 153. And we need to go over this last little bit of the lesson. Right after skill check 2, they give us one other thing that we need to do to determine or solve for equivalent fractions. So let me pull up the PowerPoint really quick because you might want this. PowerPoint 4.2. Share. All right. All right, enable. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so right there under skill check 2, it says fraction bars can indicate groupings. Yes, go right ahead. And so the example they have, so if you have 3 plus 5 over 1 plus 1, those are simply the groupings 3 plus 5 divided by 1 plus 1. So you can treat them like, if you see a group of numbers with mathematical operations, multiplication, division, subtraction, addition in a numerator, you treat it like it's inside parentheses. So what does that tell you about order of operation? What do you have to do first? Right. So if there's no exponents, what do you do next? Remember PEMDAS? Even before exponents? Parentheses. So if you treat the numerator like it's in its own set of parentheses and the denominator like it's in its own set of parentheses, what do we do first here?
I like to say I know, but like I go way back.
Then we do 3 plus 5. And then we do 1 plus 1. Then we do our division. So let's look at example 3. Bottom of page 153. So they're asking us to find 3 plus 9 over 8 minus 6 times 5 plus 7 times 3. So Timmy, what do we do first?
I think I can zone out.
So thinking of order of operation, if that 3 plus 9 and that 8 minus 6 are in parentheses, what do we do first here? Right, so what's 3 plus 9? Okay, and 8 minus 6? Right, so we would simplify our groupings, our fractions first, and we'd end up with 12 over 2. So Isaiah, now what do we do next? Yeah, so the 12 over 2 is division, right? So we can go ahead and convert that to 6. So now it's as simplified as it's going to get. 6 times 5 plus 7 times 3. So Zachary, what about order of operation now? What do we do next? Right, in this case, we only have multiplication, right? So what would we need to do? What do we do first? So what am I multiplying? Right, so what's 6 times 5? Okay, and then what do I do next, Julian?
You have to add them up.
Well, we've multiplied the 6 times 5. So I take the 30 and add it to 7 first? Or do I do the 7 times 3 first? What do we do? We've got to do multiplication first. Then we do addition. So we're going to end up with 30 plus 21. And then we end up with our answer of 51. All right, so I want you guys to go ahead and do skill check 3.